The union.
Bro, what? Like, bro, I'm literally recording now. What you mean? Huh? Championship parade. So you not coming to work again. And I gotta do this shit again. Again? It's gonna championship parade. That's what you want me to tell the people. You want me to tell the people the reason why your black ass can't come to work is because of goddamn Dodger championship parade. That's what you want me to fucking tell them. Don't tell me you don't give a fuck what I tell the people, nigga. They support us every fucking week, nigga. You want to talk about a championship parade? Yes, nigga, I will be more than glad to tell the people about your fucking new Threads link, which you'll find in the bio of the episode. I can tell them about your Blue Sky link, which you'll find in the bio of the episode, and they'll find on our goddamn link tree and all that good shit like that. What do you mean, bro? I'm fucking tired, dog. It's week by week by week. Like, will you show up? Will you be here? What do you mean? Of course I'm fucking mad. You would be too. I gotta do this shit every fucking week, and now you talking about some, well, man, they'll just see me when they see me. Nah, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Man. Fuck ever, man. Yeah, man. Welcome back to another episode of Mid Cards and Catering. As you can tell, our fucking fearless leader, our fucking tribal chief, you can't see this, I'm using air quotations, but our tribal fucking chief with that fake ass Flawless decided he didn't want to be at work today. Championship parade. So yeah, make sure you check out the beacons. It's right there in the bio. It's gonna tell you where you can find us on our new platforms. So yeah, man, that's all there. But this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Who is here for the people every single fucking week? Every single time, who is here? Do I get rewarded for this shit? No. Just because a nigga lose a couple showdowns because he got to work, he ain't got time to play video games and shit because I'm trying to be a hard-working, faithful black man in this godforsaken country, and this is what the fuck I got to deal with? This shit right here? What type of shit is this, bro? I just want to come to work and talk wrestling with my co-host. But I can't do that, apparently. So yeah, please go on X for while we are on that platform. Beacons.ai/MidCartersPod. You will find all our links there. Fuck Donald Trump and anybody that supports him. Bitch ass motherfucking white boy. Fuck him. If you don't like that, you can unsubscribe from this shit right now. I don't care, and I'm not going to lose a single ounce of sleep. But what I am pissed off at is that, you know, Winston talking about some, I heard from my sources that, you know, AJ gonna be on this week. And I gotta call the motherfucking sources. See, that shit ain't happening. This ain't Future and Drake, nigga. The fuck? I'm still at the I'm still at the championship parade, dog. Oh, they just gave us some new shit, man. You know, Shohei out here. Nigga, Shohei, show up to work, nigga. I show my work every motherfucking Thursday. 8:15 Central Standard, 9:15 Eastern, every single fucking week. Through sickness, through harm, through danger, through pain, through gain. God is still on the throne, and I still get on this microphone every week. And yet, this is what I get. So you know what? Fine. You don't want to be at work, AJ? That's okay. I don't need you. If you show up next episode, I don't know if I'm going to be here, dog. We might need to have to go to group therapy for this shit because I don't understand what's so fucking hard about showing up to work and doing a goddamn job, man. That's what you paid to do, right? That's what we got our Patreon for, right? Patreon.com/MIC podcast. That's what the fuck we supposed to be doing, right? But no. We just bypass all that. We just act like we're not supposed to be doing a goddamn thing now, huh? Talking to me about some goddamn championship parade. Yeah, I'm happy your team won, nigga. I was rooting for you. And fuck the Yankees. It's still fuck them. I hope Soto goes to the West Coast or goes to Queens. But this is the type of shit I gotta deal with. Week by week by week. The fuck, man? So you know what? You stay at home. You stay at the parade. Because the parade is your home now. You do this. I'm going to bring on somebody I know is going to have my back. Because if ain't nobody going to have my back, I know for a motherfucking fact, Donnie Lucci going to have my back. Ladies and gentlemen, Donnie Lucci.
The men have arrived.
Yeah. You're listening to two niggas that show up every week, nigga. You listening to two niggas that is on time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Saying, man, motherfucker want to talk to me about some championship parade, man.
Hey, what the fuck going on with Buddy, man?
I will say, ladies and gentlemen, that Ulafala is not a Dodgers hat. It's not a Dodgers hat. It's not. It's not from what I've heard from the man himself. It's not a Dodgers hat. That's all I gotta say.
Buddy.
That's what I got to say. Yeah. Donnie, I'm sorry. I don't normally get like that, man. I just had to. Look, this national just decided not to come to work again. And then I got Canadian national who wants to tell us what a top hat is, on Show Your Work. So, my week has been kind of crazy, to say the least. It's been a lot, man. So thank you for pulling up, man, when you needed to, bro. I know this is your first time. I wish it was under different circumstances, but, I got to deal with who I got to deal with, man. But let me give you the proper round of applause.
Thank you.
Let me do that. And yes, green ass nigga, I'm gonna ask him the question because I know you fucking listening to this. So Donnie, let me ask you the mid-carders question that we always ask. It's real simple. What was your first memory with wrestling, and who got you into wrestling?
That's a 2-part question. So
let's answer in 2 parts then, brother.
Yeah. Part 1. My first entry into wrestling is my brother and my cousin, well, his cousin, basically my cousin. They were live reacting to the Montreal Screwjob, and he was watching me.
Wow.
So he was watching. I was 4. He was watching me, and I vividly remember them just yelling and reacting.
Kind of like how I did earlier.
Yeah. It was just like so when the whole event happened, I just remember my brother going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the Bret Hart just spit on Vince? Oh, that nigga's nasty. He nasty. That nigga's he's sick. He's fucking sick. He's sick." So I remember that, and so I just started watching wrestling with him after that. But what got me into wrestling was Mankind.
Oh,
so 98. So summer of 98 is when I kind of start vividly remembering, what I'm saying, watching wrestling. And it was Mankind because he just, of everybody, he just was the weirdest. He was just the weirdest. And then when he won in January of 99 the title, I was there. I was there. Yeah, I was there. So that's what got me into wrestling. And from there, it was the video games, like NWO's Revenge, No Mercy,
WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, it was a video.
Okay. All right. WrestleMania, the main here. 2000. Yeah. That's a pretty interesting one because it's so funny. When I got on to wrestling, I already kind of knew that Mick Foley I already knew he was the Three Faces, right? Mm-hmm. Did you know that he was also Dude Love and Cactus Jack too?
Well, I didn't know he was Mankind. I knew when I saw Dude Love and then I saw Cat, I was like, that's the same person. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he put the mask on, and I didn't know he was Mankind. And then I figured it out when he became Mick Foley. When he became Mick Foley, I was old enough to understand. But he just,
yeah. I mean, Mick doesn't get enough credit to me because he's had a career, and man, all over the country, all the promotions you can think of. Like the way they give praise to guys who've been world travelers today, the Omegas, the Ospreys, the another guy we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. I really wish they would give that same respect to Mick, because Mick from WCW to Japan to overseas in England to even like UWF and just other like, you know, some of the after remnants of the NWA in those territories. Like you could pay in the 90s, you could probably would have paid $25, got you a full, you know, it's like us, you know, $2 leaving with something like, yeah. Back then you could have paid $25 and that $25 would have got you a front row seat. You would have seen Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk.
Yep.
You probably could have had a bucket of chicken.
Yes.
You know, it's probably gonna be in a high school gym, so you know they're gonna have that high school popcorn. You know what I'm saying, that they make in the machine. They ruffle that bitch up like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's always extra salty. Always extra salty and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is when you walk in there with a quarter, you know what I'm saying, and walk out with a big ass pickle, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of shit. I know somebody just paused that, but fuck y'all niggas. We from the South. All right. So, we from the South, nigga. Grow up. So yeah, nah, bro. It was a great time. It was a great time.
90% of wrestlers like today, they are a combination of Brett and Mick. They try to wrestle like Brett, and they model themselves after Mick Foley.
They even model themselves after Brett, Mick, Shawn. I feel like Kurt's in that list. I do feel like Kurt Angle's in that list, like as far as especially with more technical wrestlers now. But Brett's a student. I mean, Kurt is a student of Brett, so like it makes sense. And there's a couple other guys in there. Rob Van Dam. Yeah, it would be. That's another time, but another idea too.
Yeah, so you don't get Sammy, and you don't get as he is known on Mick Carter's biodegradable Bob Backlund. You don't get him without Mick. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get those people. That's what he's
the American Eco Dragon. Okay.
Yes, that guy.
Oh man, American Eco Dragon. What a guy. All right. Well, I'm glad that that's what got you into wrestling. You got in on a good one, so that's what's up. It's funny. I was just explaining to Nelson about, you know, what we talked about, which is that, you know, we are approaching Survivor Series, and the last time the WWE held a PLE in Vancouver was at WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, but In Your House 14, Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I am fully expecting Mr. Dwayne to show up there. Let's look at this card, bro. First of all, before it was the Rogers Arena, it was the General Motors Palace. Wow. All right. Now, I'm going to look at this card and I want to laugh. First of all, there are 12 matches in total. 4 of them were on Sunday Night Heat. Sweet Jesus.
They sold TV matches to niggas and they bought it.
Dwayne Gill, also known as Gilbert, with the Job Squad of Al Snow, Scorpio, Lord, too cold, Scorpio, how, and Bob Holly, RP Crash Holly, defeated Matt Hardy with Jeff Hardy.
It took four niggas to beat them too.
That's how you knew they were destined to be the greatest tag team of all time.
Two teenagers. Two teenagers, by the way.
Well, nah, that's the thing. They were like, nah, they weren't teenagers. They were like 24. See, people, but I mean, they were young as hell. Thing about it is Jeff and Matt, like Jeff had his first match with what was it, X-Pac? Like when he was like mad young, like he's like 18 or something like that. So yeah. All right. Kevin Quinn beat Brian Christopher. R.I.P. Brian Christopher. You have nothing to do with your dad's foolishness.
R.I.P. Grandmaster Sexay.
Yes. Triple H with Billy Gunn, Chyna, and Road Dogg defeated Draws with Animal. R.I.P. Draws. The New Age Outlaws, which means that they literally just stayed their asses out there and didn't go to the back. Defeated the Acolytes. Bradshaw Fruit. Shout out to Jim Johnson. That Acolytes theme that they had and Midian had for like 3 months that made it to WrestleMania 2000. One of the best interest themes of all time.
Yes.
In my book. Shout out to Jim Johnson, by the way. You were smoking Jimmy Hart's boots back then. Jimmy was putting out some bullshit for WCW. All right. To kick off the show, D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry with Jacqueline and Terry Runnels.
Just names. Just names. Just people.
Defeated Supply and Demand, Godfather and Val Venus. That's
nasty.
Sick.
That's nasty.
I don't want to know who is what. That's bad.
Godfather's Supply.
He might have been the Demand. I don't know. I don't know.
To the Godfather. Fuck Val Venus.
Fuck Val Venus. Headbanger, Mosh, the Headbangers defeated the Oddities. Rest in peace to Luna Vachon.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Blackman defeated Owen Hart by countout.
A 10-minute match ended in a countout? Nah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Owen. Yes. The Brood defeated the Job Squad.
Double duty.
Why?
Don't know.
Don't know why.
Why is Al Snow out here again?
Goldust defeated Jeff Jarrett by disqualification
with Deborah
in a strip tease.
Oh, what? Match. Nah, we're not doing that.
Double duty again. The New Age Outlaws defeated Big Boss Man and Ken Shamrock for the WWF tag titles with Shawn Michaels accompanying.
They was just doing whatever over there. Just doing whatever.
Mankind defeated The Rock via referee stoppage, which still is that's still crazy because they end up reversing it, so The Rock ends up, staying the champion. Right. And then the main event.
Does this lead to the I Quit match?
This leads to the January 4th match.
Oh, this leads to the January 4th match. Okay.
Correct, where Mick actually wins for real.
The infamous, one of the greatest moments in wrestling history.
Yes. Yeah. Stone Cold defeated. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me repeat this. Mr. CTE doesn't exist. Beat Blue Rag Mega Man in a buried alive match for the right to compete in the 1999 Royal Rumble. He had to win a buried alive match to make it to the Royal Rumble. Dwayne didn't even headline this event. That's how you know this is crazy.
Didn't even headline the event.
They made the stage to look like his thing and everything. Like, fam, like
he headlined it in 3 weeks though.
Like, I mean, the title, like it looks like his logo and everything. Like, fam, look at this VHS tape of this. Like, yeah, man. What a time. Well, we've come a long way since then.
Yeah,
we've come a long way since then.
We ain't got the New Age Outlaws working double duty. That's like trying to figure out a tag team.
I mean, well, no, we did just have Motor City Machine Guns work double duty, so that did not.
They just got there too.
Oh man, I mean, they were both in TNA. One of them actually, one tag team actually is a whole lot better than the other. Mm-hmm. I've seen better Dusty Rhodes impersonations. Shout out to my boy Mark Briscoe. You know what I'm saying? I will much rather hear Mark Briscoe talk how he normally talks than Road Dogg put on a gimmick and a voice. But I ain't got nothing against Road Dogg. I'm just saying it's always funny to tune in and see clips of my boy Mark Briscoe. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this week, it's me, Kyle O'Reilly, Tomohiro Ishii, and we going against the conglomeration. We taking over Chris Jericho. I don't know what to say to you, but the word of the week is technique. And this week, the technique is taking over. Like, that's just him. That's just him.
I'd much rather hear him be in the backyard saying, yo, Jay, hand me that wrench.
Yo, can you imagine if him and Jay actually would have made it to WWE with the Wyatt family? Oh my God.
Oh God, rest in peace, Jay.
Rest in peace to Jay and rest in peace to Bray. But I can hear him, Brother Bray. I don't know why the Shield keeps on attacking us, but we gonna get him. We gonna get him. I got something for that Dean Ambrose.
Instead, you got Luke Harper and Eric Rowan just stretching.
No. They were supposed to be all 5 of them, dog. Like
it was supposed to be all. Oh hell
yes.
Hell no. They'll never lose it. They'll never lose it.
I would have paid my top dollar to see the Briscoes and the Usos in an in-ring segment, bro. I would have paid top fucking dollar for that. Because the idea of Jay Uso and Mark Briscoe going back and forth on the mic. But unfortunately, Jay Briscoe had a very wild Twitter. And they weren't letting all them slurs and all them. They weren't letting that.
No,
fly,
sir.
Man. Nah.
Not during the Connor's Cure era.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Obama just got his taper, dog. It wasn't happening.
Nah, he had to go back on that to get that second term. We not. We not.
Nah, we're not doing that. Oh man. Well, again, Donnie, we are here. It means you get to experience this live. So I don't want to hold us up any further. But before we continue again, please check out our beacons, beacons.ai/MidCartersPod. You'll find all our links to our socials there. Thank you to everybody that tunes in every week. The show's not ending, but just letting you reminder, got some new links there, got some new things on the way. Got some new things on the way for the Patreon, and just tap in with the whole entire union, man. Like we do the damn thing. I still hate Earl's guts, but I got to get guesses from stands they props too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man.
Shout out to my boy Steve Harvey, aka Earl. I'm Cedric the Entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
You something, but you know what's something? Something? This week of the news. Let's get it.
Mid Carters and Catering Patreon is live and direct with exclusive access to the Union Discord and loads of extra content like Radio MIC, Luchador Mount Rushmore, and Icon. Beginning only at $3. Subscribe today.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love when he does that.
Hey, man. What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do? Man, what you want me to do? All right. So this week we had a couple things to talk about, man. First and foremost, it's been announced that what we all knew was coming, that there will be a Monday Night Raw that will be completely dedicated to the New Day for their 10-year anniversary. And before I speak, Donnie, what are your thoughts on this?
Well deserved. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Usos have gotten their victory lap every week for the past 4 years. So I saw Monday Night Raw dedicated to the New Day. Wouldn't hurt anybody. You know, I don't know. Whatever I might, you know what I'm saying? I might get me. Jesus, I can't believe I'm about to say that. I may give me a box of Bootios and try them in celebration.
Oh, no. This
has
been a great episode of Mid-Cards Catering. This is the shortest episode in the history of Mid-Cards and Catering. Donnie, you gotta get the drop.
Let Frozen Treat try, man. Tell me what I can.
Hey, bro. Whoa. First of all, how could you do this to me, my brother? Whoa, hey.
You are a man of God.
Every new slush, every new ice cream.
Yeah, you got.
Mr. Taste Test over here.
Whoa, hey, hold on, hey, no, whoa, let's calm down. Let's call, hey, man. First, hey, bro.
Look at you niggas, you got money.
Stay out my pocket.
Why give it?
I'm saying, man, let's relax just a little bit. But I shouldn't have interrupted you. Finish your statement.
I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it, but I may be like,
look, man, hey, bro, look, I got niggas calling out of work. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with Fedora hat. You know what I'm saying? Former illustrious guest of the show calling me Julius for some reason. I guess I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But now I'm Mr. Taste Test too. Ain't this some shit? All right, man.
I may.
When y'all don't see DJ Larry on Hanging with the Crew till May 2025, now you know why.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The end of the year show is coming up. We might need your presence.
We might need you. Finish your statement, bro.
Nah. I like it. There will be a Etor appearance on this show. He's appearing. What he's doing? Who knows? But he'll be there. He's gonna show his face in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So he's not. Whenever he does interviews, people ask him about his neck because that's what they're gonna do, and he gives like you know proper updates and shit like that. But regardless of if he's cleared or not, he'll be there, and I'm excited. Now I don't know what an entire 2-hour show dedicated to the memes. Like, are they like? Is it gonna be like gimmicky? Are there gonna be wrestlers dressed up as them from previous eras doing matches? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that means. So you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm eager to see what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Give me one person that you would love to see pop up for this, even if they're not with the company anymore.
The Big Show to go in the ring and apologize to them niggas again.
Okay. Big Paul White is now an executive with All Elite Wrestling. And listen, if they didn't let Dusty's son and Cody's brother come through for a WrestleMania celebration of the biggest moment in wrestling of the last so many years, I know for a fact Paul White ain't showing up. You got now Mark Henry could definitely show up.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to see. I'm thinking about like the past 10 years of the New Day, and everybody that's been pivotal there is still in the company. So like their rival, the Usos are there, so that there'll be an Usos moment. I'm trying to see. The Prophets are there. They had good matches with the Prophets. They had good. Sheamus is there. They had very good matches with the Bar. Hunter is there, so he might dance in the ring again. Yeah, he might.
You know, I'm trying to think of people from that time. You know, nah. You want to really get me to like laugh and pop because I'm silly and I like crazy shit like this?
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Breezango.
Yeah,
bring them back for one night only. I need the Fashion Police sending Woods over the hinge. Like, I need that. That's
Fashion Police.
Yeah.
Oh. Just have Kevin Owens appear and just apologize to Kofi backstage. be like, bro, I mean it, bro. I mean it. I fuck everybody but you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, I feel you. All right. Well, it's not the New Day aren't the only people who have a 10-year anniversary. I want to give a big shout out to a legend, a living legend. We are celebrating 10 years of the Demon King himself, Finn Balor, who is celebrating 10 years in WWE. So shout out to 10 years of Finn Balor. It feels just like yesterday. I was watching Black and Gold NXT, and now we're back to this. So shout out to my boy Finn, man. Give me some of your favorite Finn Balor moments.
My favorite is the match with Joe, where Joe beat him.
The house show or the end where there was the cage match.
The cage match.
Okay.
The cage match. The WrestleMania 34 opening match. The IC title match with him.
Bobby.
Him set the Miz.
Oh, him set the Miz. That's 34. 35 was him and Bobby. You're right.
Yeah. 35 was that when he came out as the Demon and just squashed Bobby?
Yes. That's why I was like, that's a favorite of mine, but okay. But nah, I gotta stop being.
Oh man, back when Bobby was showing his ass cheeks.
Literally.
Like, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah. Don't ever let Bobby Lashley dip the pen.
Never.
Nah.
Whoa, we're going to. You know what? Time out, Finn. Nah, let's get to that real quick. Nah.
Oh man. You
Nationals. Boy. All right, man. So we already seen a lot of Bobby Lashley just doing a lot, man. But this is the quote for the people who don't know. Bobby said, and I quote, "When Gunther was rolling, one thing I wanted to do with him, and everybody been like, oh, if we were still the Hurt Business, I was like, I want to roll up on him, and I want Gunther to say, people like you don't deserve a chance in my title. People would have been like, what did he say? We would have told that line. If you think about the German and these black dudes, is there a little bit of racial tension there? We didn't have to go there. What do you mean by people like you? He could be like older guys in wrestling. The crowd could have been like, did he just say that? Then I was going to say, I think you look familiar, and do one of those things. He basically makes the Hitler mustache. Trigger one of y'all. There it is. I don't know if we could have went there, but if we could have, there are so many things you could toe the line with there, and it could have been a huge feud. Now, I don't know these brothers, but first of all, Bobby did this on a podcast called the Lame Guys Podcast.
Well, fitting.
I don't want to diss them because they have nothing to do with his response. He's the one that said this. He also was in there just spilling all kinds of business, talking
just
about
rambling. People be leaving the E and just get to rambling. Lord,
we're gonna talk about that later, but just Bianca didn't want to turn heel and this.
I was gonna put in the pride. I was gonna put she didn't want to turn heel. She means too much to too many people. Shut up. Hush.
You couldn't even get the pride to get over his heel, and that was your one job. Like, one job. Like, and all you wanted to do was just wear a suit and be, you guys need to get this done. So
yeah fist pump.
I say that to say, y'all did all this. Y'all were crying. Man, I wish we would have got this match. And once again, Bobby Lashley is reminding you of the weird man that he is deep down. And we're gonna leave that there.
He saw people. He saw people saying when they changed Gunther's name, he saw those people saying that they gave him the name of a wink such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it on this platform because you my dog, and this is Will Chamberlain too right now.
It is Worthy and Irvin. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. He got his name from Wink, and Bobby was like, "Hey, what if?" And then creative was like, "No, no."
The real creative, not old creative. You know, creative is the term for wink that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
But the new creative, Mr. Levesque and Lee Fitting, and all the people you see on them Family Matters ass titles at the end of the episodes, those were the people like, the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, man? Like, are you okay?
Like, bro, my kids watch this. Like, what are you talking? Like, I'm literally trying to talk to Cardi B and convince her to do this commercial right now through all her troubles with Offset. And this is what the fuck you doing to me. I'm trying to make sure that she knows if she comes to SummerSlam, we not having Offset until day one in Atlanta again. But you want to do this right now. Like, yeah, man. Matter of fact, yeah, you lose it. You getting power bombed by AOP tonight, man. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Like,
people like you.
People man, like me.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you on? You already seen. We already seen like Sheamus, tweet the wink, and Hunter hit him on the line like, "What?
Man,
are you
don't delete this bullshit? Like,
are you okay?
If you don't get this bullshit out my motherfucking face." Yeah.
You okay? That's why he's squashing Pete Dunne now with his hands tied behind his back. Cause you insinuating shit. You over there. Hey, don't he kind of look like? No, he don't. He don't look like nothing.
This is another week of Larry saying justice for Pete Dunne, but hey, man, we'll get to that on the shows. But
he was whooping him with his shoulders, Larry. He bro kicked him with his hands tied. I said, what are we doing?
Yeah, Braun, I need you to hit like 2 spears on Sheamus, not just the one around the ring. I need you to do that shit where you run the ropes like 5 times. Like, yeah, do that shit on Sheamus' ass, man. Like,
crazy. Yeah.
Hey,
Bobby had his mind. Back to Finn.
But no. Since we here, let's get one more.
Yeah.
They rabbit ass mind out the way, and I want to get this company just over with when discussing them because I don't like spending time talking about these fucking dweebs. And notice this week, it's been 3 niggas that have done this. Nobody white. It's all been 3 niggas. Black person number 2. Mercedes Moné states that AEW has the talent for an all-women's weekly show. Hold up. Read the statement. We have the talent, so why not? All Elite Women's Wrestling, there you go. AEW. Wow. We have the best women's wrestling from Willow to Mariah May, Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, Chris Statlander, and Camille. There's definitely an opportunity to have an all-women's show every single week, so I don't see why not. And if Tony Khan sees that, I don't see why not. We could have an all-women's revolution here in AEW. It would definitely make a lot of money.
You watch your monkey.
Let's address this. Okay. I'm going to be fair for 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds, but black people 2 seconds. All right. There is a lot of talent between the AEW and Ring of Honor prospective rosters. I will admit this. Mm-hmm. They are a part, to me, it's them, the Luchas, and the mid card. That's the best thing about that company as a whole, that whole conglomeration. All right. But Tony Khan doesn't even want to get Ring of Honor a TV show right off the bat. This whole year of negotiations,
begging,
the best thing that can happen with Ring of Honor, as I've looked into and done my journalistic job to do, is they may have a Ring of Honor show on True TV.
Oh Lord Jesus! Oh my! Is this 2006?
What in the Sam hell makes you think that you're gonna get an all-women show on TBS, TNT? Okay, now, do I think it could work? Maybe, but here's the problem. You said one thing, and this is where you fucked up. And this is where we have to be honest. You said, and I quote Miss Monet, it could make a lot of money. For who? For you? Sure, maybe. You're already getting paid. But who's going to make this money? Outside of maybe merch going up just a little bit, right? Who's going to watch this show? Because people already don't watch Rampage. They don't even watch Collision. And Dynamite has been losing to NXT for weeks. It looks like, based off tonight's show, it will probably continue. But the raw reality is, no. Would I like to see this? I could be interested because I'm be honest with you. I've been wanting NXT to do this, especially with all the amount of people. And, you know, I know the NXT has to rework, level up. That's probably going to end due to the CW changes and just, it's a lot of WWE infrastructure and changes with Netflix deals internationally and how much longer they're going to stay on Peacock and taking programming off of Hulu. It's just been a lot going on. But would an all-women show be nice, and would I love to see that? Absolutely. I would be probably one of the first people to watch that show. But an AEW all-women show, I'm going to ask this question, and I'm going to leave this alone before I move to ignorant nigga number 3. If it was so easy to do, and this is such a progressive man, and he's done so much for everybody, why hasn't he already done it 5 years in?
Hey, man. Who knows?
And you're talking about a man that had Jade Cargill, who never main evented a TNT show when they were on TNT primarily. The only time she ever headlined a TBS show, where they primarily are now, is because of the fact they introduced the TBS championship. Other than that, that's been it. So for all these great women, please wake up and realize that if he wanted this to happen, this would have been a part of his most recent negotiations.
Yeah,
that apparently you don't realize he doesn't care about. So that's that.
Yeah. He had on a TBS hat, begging. I don't even know where you find a TBS hat.
And he's still trying to get another Fox show. He's still doing all kinds of shit. And now this is what we have to deal with. All right. Ignorant nigga number 3.
Ignorant National number 3.
I don't even want to give him the national term. I don't know if he deserves this because he's an international for sure based on this week's performances. But all right, young Trevor, also known as Ricochet,
Big Baldy,
decided to go yap to Chris Van Vliet.
just rambling.
Shout out to Chris Van Vliet, by the way. Probably my favorite wrestling podcast to listen to lately. Like, he's just been on a roll lately. Yeah. But he decided to go over there. And mind you, he's been wearing suits everywhere he's gone now. Him, then no t-shirts, no nothing. He been putting on a suit.
He about to be in the syndicate?
Nasty. So he said that he felt like his deciding factor on what made him not want to sign with WWE was the fact that he felt like he was starting over when the Braun Breakers, the Ilias, the Carmelos, and all the new guys were coming in, and he was in the same spot. He felt like he had to restart. I would play the audio, but I don't want us to get clipped.
Mm-hmm.
So he just talked about, not feeling that he was going to get any further, reaching his ceiling, and all these things. Now, mind you, this is after his wife went on a legendary crash out.
Rambling. Just
yeah.
Rambling ass
legendary crash out.
Shout out humble nigga 8.
Right. Right. Whoever you are, shout out to you, my brother. You set all this in motion. But all right. All I can really say on this is, look, man, he got his wish. He got one of his wishes because now, officially, he will be in a match. This is breaking news for y'all. This happened today. So press conference and all that. I am still your Japanese correspondent. So in the main event of what could be the main event of night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom, which is going to be Wrestle Dynasty, which Wrestle Dynasty is, for those who also don't know, Wrestle Dynasty is New Japan's Forbidden Door, aka you come to Japan and bend the knee. So
bow down.
All right. So the first match that will headline January 4th, which is always the Wrestle Kingdom day, right? I mentioned on the last episode how we're gonna get the start of Mr. Tanahashi's retirement tour with this. Shout out to Bullet Club for life. My boy Kensei Abbott made the call, so my boy Sonata is officially a Bullet Club War Dog now, and he'll have a prominent match there. But Gabe Kidd looks to be having a match with Kenny Omega. That should be a good young versus old match. But the main event is going to be Shota Umino, who, if you guys don't know, this is basically the next guy up in New Japan, and he's also a prodigy of Jon Moxley. But he's not like Moxley. I want to just say that now because I don't want him to have that Moxley stench. But anyway, he will face Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
That's going to be great.
I don't know what my boy Naito is doing. I have an idea, but I'm going to let them roll that out before I say anything. Also, the following day, Zack Sabre Jr. will be facing Ricochet. Now, if Zack Sabre retains, he will face Ricochet for that title at Wrestle Dynasty.
Okay.
If Umino wins, he will face his senpai, Jon Moxley, for said title. I'm going to laugh ridiculously hard at either result, either way, because if Ricochet did all of this and they give him that IWGP title by beating Zack Sabre Jr., not Ospreay, Not Omega, not Naito, not anybody else that comes to mind when you think of New Japan. But he wanted to complain about Carmelo Hayes and said the writing was on the wall. And he didn't want a job or have a match further with Ilya Dragunov. Y'all can't see me? I'm looking at you. All of you who said give Ricochet a chance, this is on you.
That's y'all fault.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on all this, man?
As far as his quote, if you've been watching the E for as long as we have, there is always a set of shout out to one of the homies. They say if you stay long enough in the E, like you'll get your moment. Like if you just weather the storm, you'll get your moment. But we see it all the time. All the main guys right now, they've all had their ebbs and flows within the company. We've seen it with Roman. Shout out to, and he pulls out the dog food. We've seen it with Seth. We've seen with shout out to heel Seth when it was working, when it didn't work. We've seen it with Edge. We've seen it with Cena. Cena was in a WrestleMania match with Rusev. My nigga, what you think that was? What you think that was? Like the longer you stayed there, and Ricochet was there for 6 years. He was right on time. Once you get the 5 plus, some of y'all about to trickle down. Like you got to trickle down. Sheamus around 2015, League of Nations.
He won the WWE Championship that year.
Yes. After 2015, 6 years, the League of Nations, WWE Championship. 2 years after that, Best of 7 with Cesaro, which led to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just ebbs and flows of how this goes.
Like what we talking about, man? Like, yo.
Oh yeah. Rick, Trev, yeah. Before Braun Strowman broke his body, y'all was gonna be tag champs for a while. Like that's just
bro. Finish your thought, because I don't want to interrupt you, man.
Yeah, it's like y'all you were about to be a tag team wrestler for a little bit. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. You over there.
We talked about American Eco Dragon earlier, right?
Team Hell No?
And that's what got him to the championship. It wasn't because he was such a good wrestler. Like, anybody can find a good wrestler, bro.
Yeah.
He had to learn comedy. And what got him over the top was when he literally, again, we watched him be a world heavyweight champion and get knocked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
In front of AJ Lee.
He has the shortest match in WrestleMania history. 12 seconds.
But do we bring this up when we talk about the legend of the American Eco Dragon? No, we don't. No. So the point that I'm making is, bro, everybody has to bide their time. But you know why you don't bide your time? You have no character. Your whole gimmick is I'm better. I'm a good wrestler. Name me one funny off the top of your head Ricochet moment that you can remember. And as you struggle so hard to think of that moment, I'm going to continue just to prove my point that this man had no character. Mm-hmm. And then you got your girl out here basically telling everybody that you said light ice.
You said light ice. That's the name of the episode.
Like you got everybody out here like defending you, and then like even in your promos, like it's like he's following Moxley's footprint when he left WWE, but it's like You weren't misused, bro. They put you where you should have been.
Yes.
And it's okay to say, hey, man, things didn't work out over there, but I'm here to prove myself to the world. But you're doing that and you're adding on the, well, like, what did Carmelo Hayes deserve to do to get that straight? Like, Carmelo was literally a first-round pick in the draft, has yet to win a single championship yet. So, in WWE on the main roster. So, what does that have to do with? Did you see him complaining? No.
He's having a ball.
Do you see Andrade just lost on his birthday? Do you see him complaining?
Mm-mm. He was happy to lose on his birthday.
Ilya Dragunov is destined for greatness. He's hurt. Godspeed to him. He's a freak of nature, so he'll be back. But just saying this to say, like, what made you think that you were above these NXT guys? You talking about when they brought them in for this? I remember when Hunter told your ass, hey, man, you ain't doing shit this weekend. You going to NXT and you fighting Carmelo Hayes for this PLE. I think that was No Mercy last year. Like, yeah, you ain't doing shit. Go to Florida.
Larry, who did Ricochet have a match with at SummerSlam again?
Who did Ricochet have a match with that it didn't turn into anything?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest moment that everybody remembers is your girl crying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which we now know was probably an audition for something more, and it didn't lead to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You got the spot off of you and him doing a flippy indie spot in a Royal Rumble, and 7 months later, you get the spot.
You get the
at
spot.
SummerSlam.
And the only thing we remember from all of that is that dumbass promos, his dumbass promos, cooking you and your woman. Because the match was ass.
Meanwhile, you get your moment, you don't do anything with it. Then you got guys like LA Knight, who they told would never make it, and he's making the most of his opportunities. You got Pete Dunne, who's been floundering just because of circumstance, but making the most of his because he knows his time will come. Because anytime someone's injured, best believe there's a next man up. And Pete Dunne, guys like that will get their just due, right? I watched Noam Dar get stuck overseas due to visas and all this, right? And now because of his character work, he's put himself, another man, and two beautiful black women in position to get put on the main roster together.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Lash and Jakar, but him and Oro Mensah as well. But that takes character. And this is why everybody has to go back and remember that NXT is making characters. NXT Black and Gold wasn't making characters. It was just, I'm the best wrestler. And that's cool. But there comes a point in time where it's like, what are we doing? Ricochet wasn't doing shit. So
wasn't doing nothing.
I can't feel bad for somebody that doesn't do anything.
Shit,
so,
even JD McDumbass was stuck overseas. And now he's the perennial big spot taker.
And mind you, when he was in NXT, he was putting on bangers every week, dog.
Yes. And now he's the perennial spot taker.
Santos Escobar. Like, I could go down the list of the whole mid card, right? But why are you complaining about not being upper mid card when you're not even doing anything to get you? Like, there should have been a point with Ricochet where he should have said, hey, instead of my wife talking for me, because I can clearly tell this is what the issue was. You wanted to get your wife to be your manager, and you thought that you and your wife was going to be the new age Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. And then when that didn't happen, you just gave up. Nah, bruh. Talk for yourself. We put all this money into you, all the special lights in the entrance. Like, if you want no criticism, but there is literally not a single fucking difference between you and Karrion Kross. But you know what? There is a difference in, at least with Karrion Kross, he can talk a little bit. He knows how to talk some shit.
At least he got a gimmick. At least he got a
catchphrase.
catchphrase.
And look at someone who literally, now you want to talk about misused. They put in a damn gladiator gimp outfit, had to go on the indies again, got thrown around in the shuffle due to the creative changes and things of this nature, and
came back in a high profile feud with Drew McIntyre,
and now is in a high profile feud with the Wyatts. Not to mention a guy like Cameron Grimes, who got cut due to the imbalance between creative and the Booker of the Year.
Yeah.
Who will be back.
Yeah,
and when he comes back, guess what? He had a character. So it's just when it comes to him, man, like, I hope for y'all listening, this is my last time I want to speak on, bruh, when it comes to anything outside the ring. I don't want to continue nothing on this. Bruh is not, it's not worth speaking on. But I say that, and I used him last to bring in and talk about Finn Balor is a prime example of somebody that goes through the ebbs and flows. And right now, even though he's a tag champion, the fact that we're clearly seeing Finn Balor staying around, being great mentor to the youth, carrying a lot of these feuds sometimes. Yeah, but look, Finn also is one of those people that, as a face, like, his promos sucked. It was like, whatever. But what did he do, Donnie? Turn heel, became the real rock and roller again.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta be willing to do these things. And this is why Finn Balor gets his 10-year celebration on this platform. So shout out to Finn Balor. I apologize, we had to take a detour to get these three ignorant motherfuckers out the way. But I think my favorite Finn Balor moment probably in WWE is him versus KO in the Japan match for Beast in the East. That was dope to see him go back over there and get his recognition. So shout out to Finn Balor. Yeah. He will be in some high profile feuds going forward, I feel like. So
also. I'm not, while we celebrating Finn, I would not forget when he came back to NXT, kicked Johnny Gargano in the head, and Undisputed Era proceeded to beat the dog shit out of shit. Dog that nigga out.
Dog. Yeah, man. But look what he had to do. He had to swallow his pride. He said, okay, the Fiend wrote me off. Hunter, let me go back down there. Get myself right.
First off, he tore his shoulder. He broke his seven.
That was years before that.
Yeah, I know.
He broke his shoulder.
Yeah, that's how he came into the main roster. Shoulder broke. Came back, won the IC title, won the US title for a little bit. Went back down, came, squandered a little bit through the pandemic, came back, pulled up with the Judgment Day, and now he's a two-time WWE Hall of Famer.
Made the Judgment Day. Mind you, Judgment Day literally has been the biggest storyline in the company that's not Roman Reigns related.
You want to know? You want to know why they became the biggest storyline in the company? They got rid of one person.
Yeah, they got rid of one person, and then it got better, and
where's he at? I don't know. Where
at home, getting nursed by his lovely wife.
I hope so.
Salute. But nah, man. Hey, from the Judgment Day to Demon Prince to the real rock and roller to just everything.
He does the coup de grace in Jordan 1s now, ladies and gentlemen. We've come along.
We've come this far. Finn Balor, big round of applause. And thank you for not running from the fucking grind.
I love people that say that I'm not going back over there. I'm not going back. I done been over there already. I don't need to go back over there.
Yeah. Big shout out to my guy Finn Balor, man. All right. Covered a lot with that. We had some WWE releases this week. Baron Corbin, Indy Hartwell, and Tegan Knox. I'll make this brief. I think Indy Hartwell should maybe think about TNA.
Mm-hmm.
If not TNA, maybe MLW. Don't want you to get lost in the shuffle over there with AEW, personally.
Don't go over there.
Tegan Knox seems like somebody that would go over there that may be on some, I need to prove myself. I want to remind people, what they missed out on, because she's been saying that a lot. I mean, she was even hinting toward that before her release, so her getting released wasn't a surprise. She mentioned that she's been cleared, but, I mean, after so many injuries and you're not a high-profile talent, that's a Charlotte, Asuka, somebody of that nature, it's tough for them to come up with plans for you because they don't know when you're going to be at work. So, and I understand, like, sometimes you can't help these things and it's unfortunate, but, maybe Tegan can get herself together and come back with the plan. But what's your thoughts on these releases before we move on to the next topic?
There's no room for them. So it's like, what you're not fit to sit around. We're not fit to just have you sit around. Like, right. Or we not fit to wait for to use you in this small little instance. And then after these, I don't know, 6 weeks, we just have nothing for you again. So it's best if we just let you go. You know what I'm saying? And Tegan, Indy, yeah, there's no use for him. With Corbin, he's done everything he needed to do. I don't what else you gonna put him in? What else you gonna put him in? Unless you know what I'm saying? He's headed towards backstage producer territory. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about and you know what I'm saying? There's the people that'll say he could have been a world champion, or there's people that'll say that stuff. But when you think of how he got to the E, he was a former offensive lineman, and he went from being an offensive lineman to, to signing with them in 2012, and then getting released in 2024. And there's it's nothing else. It's nothing else left. You know what I'm saying? He's had many moments. He's taken up so much TV time throughout the decade plus he's been with the Constable Corbin.
Oh my God!
You talk about TV segments. The dog food.
Hey man,
how long it took?
Bad luck, Corbin. Yes. I mean, yeah.
I want y'all to understand something before Larry continues. It took Roman Reigns had to call his cousins to. He had to call his cousins to handcuff Baron Corbin to a turnbuckle and put dog food on him.
I wish they could bring this up, but they can't. But I would love for Jey Uso to remind. I would pop so much if Jey Uso would be like, "Yeah, Uso, don't make me bring up the dog food."
And then Larry, right after that, it was like, "Hey, it's you and Goldberg at WrestleMania," and that's now why. And you understand why he was like, "You know what? I'm going home. Y'all figure it out with this global pandemic thing. I'm going home. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't. He doesn't need it. Baron Corbin never needed a world title. He had world title TV time. He has the only intergender moments in the E since like 2006.
Man, I was just
with the end of days.
I was just laughing when they were like, "Oh man, you know what? Now that I think about it, why was he? What they say? Why was he the one that? Why was Drew McIntyre? That's what I was trying to say. Why was Drew McIntyre the one that kicked out the end of days? I'm like, nigga, it's Drew McIntyre. Like, what we like? Are we being serious right now? Like, nigga, it's Drew McIntyre.
It's Drew McIntyre. What are you talking about?
Drew freaking McIntyre. Like,
why wouldn't Drew McIntyre? Who you wanted to do a Roman?
Yeah, I mean,
after the dog food, you want?
yeah. I don't know, but
yeah.
Hey man, best in your future endeavors, dog. Start that cooking show.
Yeah.
Bro. We'll see you down the line when you get your big Royal Rumble pop, and maybe if another show needs a veteran commentator or something like that, man. He'd be great.
Yeah, I don't. Judging by his personality and in his interviews or how he talks about his experience with the E, I don't think he'll want to wrestle for for anybody else.
And I do want to say too, just based on these new moves that they're making, I feel like there will be a return of the bump type show. Just on a different platform, but we'll just have to wait and let that.
He likes. Like he wants to. He was like, I forgot. I think it was Chris Van Vliet. He was like, hey, I wish I was around in the old days so I could be one of the boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, speaking of the old days and somebody you mentioned earlier, Goldberg went on College Game Day.
Big Woo Bill.
During the middle of, Florida, Georgia, to tell us that he will be having his retirement match in WWE in 2025. All right. I already told y'all I seen this coming, so I ain't got to get into that. We'll give this a couple seconds, Donnie. Who does his retirement match need to be, and who do you want it to be?
Who does it need to be? Well, judging by the last time we seen Goldberg, it seems to be Gunther. It seems to be Gunther. Me personally, I want it to be West Newbury, Massachusetts, just for personal. Just because why not? Just on the road to WrestleMania. Just why not?
Yo.
I want Cena Goldberg. I want it. I don't know why. I want it. It's the best time to do it. Give John a cheap win. Come on.
Win. As if John, this is the same John that put over Mark when Mark was like cooked. Like, nah. I can totally see John giving Goldberg an 8-minute match just so he can like smile at Gage and be like, yeah, your dad was one of those ones. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
I want it to be John.
Hey man. Because here's the thing, right? If you have Goldberg win, it's like, why would he win, right? There is no world where I want to see Goldberg win against Gunther, right? Personally.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, there's nothing like, since I'm Julius Erving, right? There's nothing like watching an old head take a young national outside you know, when your cousins turn like 12, 13, think they can hoop, and they uncle just dust their ass in the playground. You know what I'm saying? Basketball. Let Goldberg remind Braun Breaker who was there before him. Let's do that.
I love that.
Give me 5 minutes of that. Like spear after spear. Goldberg hits the spear jackhammer. Braun Breaker gets up, sends Goldberg to hell. Goldberg gets up. And then, you know, even if Goldberg wins, right? Have like somebody like be like, damn, you lost to Goldberg. And that's when I need Braun Breaker's I know you ain't talking. Boy, I know you ain't talking moment. So that's who it needs to be. Even if, and you know what? For just shenanigans, since we're in the shenanigan territory with WWE now, and I'm loving it. The amount of shit talking that I need Goldberg and Scott Steiner to do during this time.
Yes. You thought I didn't see this angle. You thought I'm the juice man. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. What? I know where you're going.
Man, I need Scott Steiner. Yo, I need some Steiner, man. I need some jokes. I need all kind of shit, man. Like I need Braun to spear Goldberg's son. I need all of it, dog.
The thought of Triple H's two biggest haters participating in making.
Guess what? Money. Guess what? When you gotta bend the knee, you know what you do? You bend that damn knee. I don't know why y'all don't. I don't know why y'all don't think this ain't the bend the knee era, but sometimes you got to bend the knee. So
yeah. You saw Bret Hart shake that hand backstage.
Hey man, well Bret, that was mutual. I'm gonna stand up for Bret. That's been mutual. That was just like, hey man, let bygones be bygones. This is bending the knee. This
is hate.
This is I'm old and I don't know how many more opportunities gonna come.
Triple H raised his hand in that segment, Larry. He raised his hand in the ring. I said,
you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be in front of that damn TV monitor in a couple months watching Goldberg get his ass whooped. He's gonna be sitting there like this, watching it, and he's gonna tell the referee, all right, 30 seconds, get him out of here. And Braun is gonna launch Goldberg to the fucking stratosphere. So
4 minutes in, Hunter's gonna
4 minutes in.
Hunter's gonna tell Lil Nate he's gassed. Take us home.
Take us home.
Take us home.
Take us home, man. All right. So let's do a couple quick hits here. Prayers up for Rhea Ripley. Pretty sure she'll be back for the Rumble. So
what's your injury?
Her orbital. Like that's a like that injury that they gave her on NXT, that's legit. Like she's just had it. Like, but hey man, she thinks she Tanjiro with these headbutts. Like you gotta relax. Like relax.
Calm down.
It's okay. It's okay, mommy. You'll be back.
You 28, baby. We need you. We need you for at least another season.
Shout out to WWE. They're going on the road to WrestleMania for 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually, in Europe, where they will be having SmackDown and Raw in Belgium, Spain, Italy, Scotland, and England on the road to WrestleMania.
We're getting a lot of 12 in the afternoon tapings appearing at 7:00.
Yep. Yeah. Well, also remember, Netflix changes everything, so it may be live on Netflix.
Oh, nigga. Oh, yeah.
So hey man, you might get a lunch break Raw. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be surprised. Also, big shout out to them too. For those that are wondering what the money is talking about or how this is actually doing, just so y'all know, the estimate of a WWE ticket price today is right now $127. This time last year, the average estimated WWE ticket was $95.
Ooh. $32 increase.
And y'all wonder why it's $3,200 to get into WrestleMania. Price is brick going up.
I know Larry don't give a fuck about plus minus, but a plus 32 after a year.
That's good. You almost got me. That's good. That's good. Hey man, he had 1 point. Next quick point. Montez Ford did a great interview talking about his frustrations with the Street Profits. He was talking about how it's up and down. And, it's been 4 years since they've held the title. And it seems like this is Montez telling us that the singles run is finally on the way. If you pay attention to television, something's about to give with Montez Ford. Whether this is a Street Profit heel turn, Montez going solo so him and Bianca Belair can be the real Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. Because, one of them has character, and one of them, knows their role. Hey.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying?
Brother, they have a whole TV show together. You thought, Rick a hater. I'm starting. This is Rick seen the picture of Montez and Bianca Belair at fucking UT Vols game. Was like, nah, that should be us.
Not your boy Hato Shay. Not your boy
Hater Shay. Yeah.
Nah, don't do it. Don't be a hater, Trev.
That boy light ice. That's this that boy light ice. Yeah, man. Light ice need to chill the fuck out. And also breaking. We have a date for the legend herself, Meiko Satomura. Her last wrestling match will be August the 29th, 2025 for Senjo. I would love for that final match to be either Oscar or Io. I would love for her.
It'll be one of them.
So WWE, hey, we seen what y'all did last year with a beautiful presentation with Nakamura and Muta. And Japan, even on their side, New Japan had Naito and all that. I mean, listen, you got Io, you got Julia, you pick one. So, hey man, shout out to Meiko Satomura, man, a real true icon. And speaking of the future of WWE, the WWE ID program is here, and not only is it here, we have territories.
Yeah,
and all these that have been mentioned have been basically wrestlers that are affiliated with WWE. They have their own schools and promotions, so they have been part of this ID program. The first few ones are Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy, Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center in Concord, and Knox Pro in Los Angeles are the first ones. In conjunction with this, we have our first sighting. So, Donnie, on Sunday, November the 10th, in Texas City, Texas, for Reality Wrestling,
right outside of Galveston. It's like,
it's
right outside of Galveston.
Yep. For $25.
No change.
And if you think I'm bullshitting, read what is on your screen right now.
$25 Roll Live Super Sunday featuring Joe Hendry.
For $25,
$130 to sing to Believe in Joe Hendry.
And this is including the meet and greet. Now,
come on now, dog. Come on, bro.
Come on, man. Look, right there. Tickets online. After 8, tickets will only be at the door. Tickets purchased online. We do not mail tickets. No refunds. $25, man.
And ladies and gentlemen who are listening, whether you just buy the ticket and go, or you can make a week. You can make a weekend out of it because Texas City is a nice city. There's a lot of good little stores.
You should pull up. You should pull up.
A lot of good little stores. I'll see what I can do.
It ain't that far from PA, man. It ain't that far.
Nah, it ain't that far.
It ain't that far. You know what I'm saying? Hey, $25, Texas City. I know the food gonna be good. I just know. The food. I know Booker ain't half-assing. You know what I'm saying? And again, a WWE ID, and they announced that the first WWE ID will be announced at this show. So you pulling up for $25, you get to see Joe Hendry, you get to see the future WWE. I think Alice Garcia is still down there. She's on the up and coming. I think she's on this card right here I'm looking at in front, like right behind Booker. You got a whole lot that is gonna happen here. Again, $25 for the meet and greet. You get to shake Booker T's hand, and the WWE ID will be revealed. Now,
that's an hour from where I'm currently at. Boy.
Hey, man. And it says somebody's been ID'd. Now, if you are a smart type of fella, and you've been paying attention, for those who have been paying attention, one Zillafatu put some eyes on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not be surprised if the new fourth rope champion puts his eyes on this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man.
And also, these are wrestling schools.
Correct.
Not promotions.
Correct.
You're not buying up the territories, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down.
Yeah.
Man, hey. You said it. All they're doing is you know what I'm saying, paying the light bill for their workers.
Well, they've been taking people from these academies, so it only makes sense to just give it an actual thing. And all it's gonna do is, hey, look, man, if I'm rewarding all my people for doing their job and coming in to work and launching schools, and I'm already taking their talent, what more incentive can I do to be like, hey, if you just so happen to be in this area, you go to this wrestling school, you already seen the path, fuck it, like, we're here.
Yeah, we just our leader, you know what I'm saying, our current company leader, let's put the logo on his factory. One of our main guys, one of our Hall of Famers, let's put our logo over there. Give him some new chairs, some new mats, some new weights, some brunch. You know what I'm saying?
Again, Booker ain't even charging no more. The ticket's still $25.
No change.
No change. No change. And no refunds.
Cash. You can pull it out your wallet and get you a ticket. Cash, man. That is a $120 trip. The ticket, gas, some food. You know what I'm saying? You fill up before you leave. I fill up before I leave. I'm probably not gonna fill up when I get back until in the morning or 2 days. Hey, look.
Come on, man. Come on. What we talk again? $25. You get to be in the building. You get to meet and greet with, you know what I'm saying, the future of WWE right in front of you. Shout out to Brad, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say how I know Brad on here, but shout out to Brad Gilmore, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Booker T, you know what I'm saying, loves the people. You get the snap. Come on, bro. $25 cash. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, what it is, man. All right. Well, that was cool. That was cool, man. But there's only one thing left to do. Man. And you guessed it. We are here for This Week in Wrestling. Let's fucking go. let's gloss over this because we just came off of Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel was a very, very interesting PLE. So the SmackDown that, led into this was basically just, Sunday Night Heat in a nutshell. So
2 of these matches would have been put on
yeah, but we already had enough going on, so we didn't want to, put too much on there. I'll say though, with Friday Night SmackDown, the Roman Reigns, and it was already taped too. We already knew this was taped before, so Roman doing the yeet was pretty cool. KO
Roman funny with the way he did it too.
Yeah. KO getting his shit off is always hilarious, but we'll talk about that more in a second. God bless Tiffany Stratton. God bless Pretty Deadly. They going through it right now. And that was basically it. It was all set up for Crown Jewel, which was our PLE, which I noticed a lot of these matches were SmackDown matches. So, that there's that. But we started off Crown Jewel with the New Bloodline defeating Roman Reigns and the Usos. And
with Roman taking the pin.
Now, do you know why Roman took the pin?
To set up the segment afterwards.
That's true. That's the main thing. But my weird brain likes to say that he took the pin because you have to list the last people that pinned Roman Reigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso,
and Solo.
You're right. Because who was before Cody Rhodes?
Jey Uso.
Who was before Jey Uso?
Baron Corbin? No.
Exactly. No, it was.
Baron Corbin.
It was. So if you don't want to list Baron Corbin and you want to list 3 current WWE superstars, there you go.
Yeah, because like everybody went into this. Everybody went into this was like, most people went into this was like, oh, Jimmy's taking the pin. And because like a lot of people were like, no. Solo and them New Bloodline is winning because they have to win. They have to win something. They have to win something.
Yeah, leave with something, man.
Yeah, after losing to the Roman and Cody dick swinging contest at Bad Blood, that they really couldn't do in an arena. They put the band was all scrunched up. Yeah, but yeah, they got to win something.
I just want to give a big shout out to my dog Sami Zayn popping out at the end of this. Sami Zayn popped out, no shirt on,
no shirt
off, shirt off. My shirt off. Hey, man. Took his shirt off and Khadijah started screaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yep. And then we get a great. And see, Zell, I hope you listen to this. You wondered why we were getting this now. Now you see how you set this up. You build up mistrust for weeks.
Yes.
And then we get this. Now, we have a big SmackDown this week because we're just assuming that, the build up from all this. But we'll talk about that when we get to Monday. But I just want to give a lot of credit to the OG bloodline for putting over the new bloodline because it could have just been like, no. But thankfully, the story progressed. I knew they were losing when Jacob Fatu got up on that ring apron. When Jacob got in the match, I said, yeah. Y'all are lucky that Jacob gave his title to Tonga Loa on a Freebird rule. Y'all are very lucky because otherwise, Jacob Fatu was not losing that tag belt for a year. So, and remember, he wouldn't lose. Tama Tonga would lose. But and both of those two, and including Tonga Loa, are hamming it up with you. I know they see y'all's comments and they are loving it. Like
Tonga Loa is hilarious.
Tonga Loa just not doing shit is hilarious. The fans in Saudi doing it, yeah, with Tama Tonga.
Yo,
phenomenal.
No, when Tonga Loa stood on the tippy top of that ladder to grab them titles.
Like he knows. Like again, I don't think people realize these wrestlers are on the internet. They know what you're saying. They're literally doing this to piss you off. Like,
say, bro, get down.
Every 5 seconds, when you think that you're already in a hell of a match, and then all you hear is Solo, I love you. Solo, I love you. Yo, shout out to Jake, man. I'm so happy for Jake, bro.
Shout out to the tricep and bicep work Jake has to do to hold them prayer hands
every week
for 7 straight minutes.
Dog. Yeah, but the mistrust, we'll talk about that more on Raw. All right. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeat Damage Control, Chelsea Green, and Piper Niven, and Metaphor, which is Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend in the Fatal 4-Way match.
This was like, to me, it was like a match of the night type thing. This was fun.
Well, this was fun. I like that everybody got their spots. I do feel like I feel like if you would have had a stipulation, i.e., like a ladder match or something like that, the spots would have flowed better than this just being a regular tag match. But Chelsea Green is hilarious and a glutton for punishment. But salute to her accepting her role and knowing that she's phenomenal. Jakara and Lash do not need to be on NXT anymore.
They're not. I don't think.
No, NXT did not. We'll talk about NXT in a second, but close.
Yeah.
Damage Control doing their thing and not getting pinned, which sets up something else. All four of these teams are phenomenal, and again, this leads into Monday Night Raw.
Also, about that match, the Lash and Jade stare down was dope.
Oh, come on, man! What are we talking about?
Because like WWE having like an Amazon section of women now that can do those things. You know what I'm saying? It won't just be 2 people. It could be Lash and Nia, Lash and Rhea, Bianca, because Bianca. Yeah, so it's like I love it.
Yeah. Seth freaking Rollins defeats Big Bronson Reed in my match of the night. Bronson Reed came out with the MF Doom gear on, was going crazy. Seth was out there in Space Jam Jordans.
He was out there, especially Bronson Reed agreeing with Larry that he needs Doom starts. He is not.
That was good. You got me. Hey man,
the message.
We need Doom stars, man, and again, RIP MF Doom. But yes, he phenomenal match. Bronson Reed has proven multiple times, but if you had any doubt, this proves that Bronson Reed deserves to be in that main event picture. This match was supposed to happen 8 months ago in Elimination Chamber, but Bronson Reed, lovely wife, had to have the baby early. He decided to be a family man, but I'm glad he got this moment. And more on that later.
Hey, Larry, he beat Okada.
And they never forget. He beat Okada.
I like that. I do like that because it seems that Phil is at home. He's at home until maybe the end of the year. Like maybe the last 2 weeks of December, he'll pop out and announce he's in the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Like Seth and Bronson Reed might not actually carry out the rest of the year before they go to Netflix with this feud. So yeah, like I knew that wasn't done even when Bronson lost.
Yeah, we're gonna talk more about that in just a second. All right, Liv Morgan defeated Nia Jax. Whole lot of rigmarole in this match. Nia hating on Tiffany Stratton was hilarious. Also, Raquel Rodriguez hating on Tiffany Stratton is hilarious. Tiffany Stratton's run of this briefcase turning her into a babyface has been great. Dominic Mysterio is living the best life of all time, and I cannot stand him for this.
I can't believe it. I can't. He's gonna be so alone. he will be alone very in the near future.
Man, but that's a great moment for Liv Morgan to get that. I picked Liv to win because it makes sense. And again, don't forget Liv is an OG Hunter girl from back in the day, NXT. So shout out to her, man. And all the time. This is what happens when you allow the 4 horsewomen to take a back seat just a little bit and get some other people in there. So salute to Liv Morgan.
If you go search to see what Liv Morgan and Carmella were doing when they first got to the E, it is crazy that they would be here. They're here. They're here.
Very crazy. All right. Let's run through this real quick. KO and Randy ended in a no contest. I mean that I didn't foresee them having a match here. I felt like it was going to end exactly how
that backstage interview that KO had.
He said,
He said, hey. He's like, Kevin, can I? Hey, sit down.
Yeah, sit down. He said, hey, I walked out. He didn't.
Yeah. Even though I think I broke my wrist, but I walked out.
Yeah. Also, Hunter told Randy a couple weeks ago, like, hey man, be careful what you wish for. I ain't got nothing to do with this. LA Knight, Carmelo, and Andrade had a triple threat, and LA Knight retained, which kind of figured that would happen here. But Andrade did not take the pin. Hayes took the pin. So I will be following that storyline. And
the double BFT was a tad sloppy. I liked it. It was the hair, not
I mean, but that's LA Knight though. Like he just go get the move over with and call it.
He keep trying to do that jump.
He gonna have to come up with a new move, man. Like he gonna have to come up with a power bomb or something, dog.
Yeah.
Get you know what, LA Knight, get you a get like a spinning fisherman suplex or something like that.
Yeah.
Pull a Ken Shamrock move. And then Cody Rhodes defeated Gunther, and he pulled the Bret Hart Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Which is symbolic because Gunther was talking cash shit to Bret Hart to his face on television.
Mm-hmm.
And, match went how I thought it was going to go. Cody always has 2 SmackDown finishers stored at all times. Word to my Mo. If you know, you know.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Overall, Crown Jewel was 7.5, 8 to me. I mean, it's a typical WWE PLE. I do wish some matches were maybe better, and I do wish maybe a few of these matches were taken off of the card. But hey, man, they had to give us the great people of Saudi Arabia something. And yes, I said great people because I view everybody as equals, guys. So yes, I'm glad they had
the Saudi crowd early on was a little flat.
Oh yeah, no. They was on bullshit.
Yeah,
don't get twisted. They were doing the wave and all kind of shit during the Cody Gunther technical part of the match.
Yeah, so. Yeah, they had no situational awareness. They were just looking at time, like towards the end of the match. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? When it started to ramp up in certain matches, they were just doing stuff. But
yeah. All right, which leads us to Monday Night Raw, which is also taped in Saudi, where
I didn't know.
Yes,
I tuned in that time. I was like, oh, they're still there.
Yeah, they taped this the next day on Sunday.
Okay.
So, which is Monday over there, but So Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill come out. They interrupt Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and then Adam Pearce is like, "Look, I'm sick and tired of getting RKO'd. I'm sick and tired of people disrespecting me. I'm sick and tired of needing a drink. So guess what? Invitational battle royal. Whoever wins gets Liv Morgan next."
Liv tried to put Bianca and Jade against each other. Bianca slaps the dog shit out of Liv.
Well, they set up another match because she cost them an elimination, which gives Io Sky a win. I think Liv's gonna maintain that program, but I'm not
That
gonna
match is
lie.
gonna be awesome.
But I'm not gonna lie. You know, EO's my favorite.
Oh, I want that to happen. Like I want EI to get that. I want EI to be 2-time. I want EI.
Yeah, I need that. I need.
Yeah,
that. But also,
wait, hold
up. Hold up. But Liv gotta Liv. You gotta worry about Bianca and Jade. Because you say you want the tag titles, but I don't know if you want that ass whooping that's coming with this. Yeah. But you say EO.
If EO beat Liv, she'd be the first woman to hold both new belts.
If EO beats Liv, she's the first Grand Slam champion of the new era. Because she will have the WWE Women's, the World title, the NXT title, and the tag titles. So yes.
Okay, yes. And yeah. Okay, so she'd be the first to hold the 2 new belts. And then she'd be the first Grand Slam champion of the Hunter era.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So salute to her.
No, I'm rooting for that to happen. I'm rooting for that. I like
War Raiders defeated the New Day, setting up what we talked about earlier, the New Day celebration. Dragon Lee beat Chad Gable. Shout out to Ray pulling some shenanigans, and
shout out to Ultimo Dragon Lee.
Yeah. The 2 big things of Raw was Sami Zayn continuing the storyline with the Usos, which will lead us to Friday, where everybody has to talk it out. And I know that one OTC will not be happy to see Saudi Poppy show up on Friday. So
Saudi Poppy.
That's gonna be something. And then in our main event, which was announced on Crown Jewel, Damian Priest defeats Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and Dom Mysterio on the Fatal 4-Way, which happens due to Mr. Monster himself, Bronson Reed, sending Seth Rollins straight to hell and sending everybody else to hell during the match, but making sure he sent Seth to hell before anybody else. And
them tsunamis be getting pops, boy.
Boy.
Tsunamis be getting pops.
The funniest part of the match is hands down Dominic hiding under the mat, like, nah, I ain't getting in there. But that was a clean 619 going for the frog splash into the choke slam. South of Heaven, and Damian Priest and Gunther round 2.
Does Finn interrupt this?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I think Finn has to worry about his tag titles being lost and the player hating he's been doing on Dominic.
Yeah, so
but
I'm not making no predictions, but I think Finn interrupts this, Damian costs them the titles, and then it's a triple threat match with him, Finn, and Gunther.
Straight up. All right, that was Monday Night Raw, and then NXT. We have Jada Parker and Lola Vice go crazy. Shout out to Dawn Marie for being a special guest referee. In the words of our long time Southern gentleman who's no longer with us, R.I.P. to Scoob, aka Trouble. Damn it, that's a brick. Yeah. Oh man, she used a brick, dog, and then got a running start on the Hypnotic, which is a great finisher type name, and she won. Next up, we have Wesley and Javon Evans. This match, Wesley, the player hater that he is, saw Rob Van Dam giving game to the youth and viciously beat him with the chair. And then when Wes was about to use the chair himself, the 2300 arena erupted when they heard that Rob Van Dam music in there. And what in the game? And RVD with, helps Javon and gave him permission to use a long 5-star frog splash with Javon. I love you, but should have told him to roll over a little bit closer. But nonetheless, the effect was done. Shout out to Javon Evans for getting it done, man, and getting respect from Randy Orton and Rob Van Dam within a month's time.
I was so happy when Randy picked him up after they messed that RKO spot up.
So I have a strong feeling that Javon has a bright future ahead of him, and gold is in your future, brother. All right. Next up, we have Trick Williams and Bubba Ray defeat Ridge Holland and Ethan Page. And yeah, this match was very, very interesting to say the least. At the end, there were no tables.
Mm-mm.
Bubba Ray was mad as hell that there were no tables. There weren't any tables. Keep in mind, Ridge Holland just beat Trick Williams. He got a schoolboy. Put the schoolboy pin on.
That's great.
There's no tables. And what happens? Devon Dudley comes out with the tables. Mind you, he was just past the Devon for the rap.
Yeah, for the
he just went back to Brother Devon
for the Revolution sampled Trick Williams rap.
Correct. Now, also during this time, we get a backstage segment where we see the phone call, which if you're a wrestling fan, you recognize the voice. It was Nunzio. Nunzio was the one telling Tony D'Angelo, you got to tap in my city. And he said, you know what?
I'm marked out.
Hey, he said, you know what? I don't want to deal with the disrespect. Hey, you, me, tonight. We're gonna sell this like men, but in the reverse of taking the old head situation with Goldberg and Braun Breaker earlier, Tony D'Angelo had to remind Nunzio, hey, I'm still him. So shout out to that. That also sets up an Adriana Rizzo and Nikita Lyons match next week, which should be interesting. And they hugged it out at the end because, they ain't got no hate for each other.
Only in the family.
Also, speaking only in the family, William Regal had to give Lexus King the nod, like, hey, you're not your dad. I salute that. Good for you. And he also told Charlie, are you going to be like your dad? And everybody who knows that the history is like, So that's going to be interesting to watch. Shout out to Tavion Heights, and this is Tavion Heights Hive podcast. Mm-hmm. Now, my favorite part of the night, Ava comes out, announces the deadline match, which, based on the main event of the women, that should be a phenomenal deadline match. I can only imagine participants in there, but should be fun. And then also, Robert Stone comes out and he's like, hey, Philly's cool, but New York is really where it's at. Boston has better fans than this. The CW is blurring the screen because grown men are flipping him off, saying, fuck you, Stone, and all kinds of things. The lights go out, and motherfucking Rhino shows up and gores the hell out of Robert Stone to everybody's adulation. So shout out to my boy Rhino for pulling up, getting the job done. And this is how I like these things to be. Keep NXT how this is. Also, backstage, motherfucking Steve Corino pulls up to rub in the wound to Robert Stone. So shout out to ECW and these theme nights that NXT has been getting. I love it. I fucking love it. This is how the legends need to come back. Don't be on Raw taking up time. Put the new kids over. And
let's have some quick fun, Larry.
Sure.
If he's alive, what would be the New Jack segment of tonight?
So on the main event of tonight, we have a 5-woman tag team match. It was a very good match. The ending was pretty interesting. Zaria went to go spear Roxanne Perez, but she ends up spearing Jordan Grace. Also, Stephanie Vacquier and Julia do some dives onto Lash and Jakara, which I believe may be their wrap-up NXT match soon. Mm-hmm. But Zaria, typically this is when Roxanne Perez gets a schoolboy win, or shenanigans or something. But Zarya not only counters the Pop Rocks, she hits her with that clean F5, and that was all she wrote. That was all she wrote. And now I am heavily anticipating, because if it is the 5, because if it's Julia, Stephanie Becker, Jordan Grace, Zarya, and you put in one more person, maybe Cora Jade for that deadline match, tapped in. I don't even give a damn about the men. I'm tapped in for that.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm tapped in for. So deadline
Winner gets a shot at Roxanne's title, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Deadline will be in Minneapolis, Minnesota on December the 7th. So 1 week after War Games. So kudos to them for giving people a week in between that instead of having to turn into the very next day. So you're going to have War Games, Deadline, and then Saturday night's main event to end out the year. So, hey, man. And that has been This Week in Wrestling. And this has been another great episode of Mid-Cards and Catering. Donnie, thank you. I know if ain't nobody got me, I know my boy got me, man. So y'all can find Donnie Lucci at Donnie Lucci on all social media platforms. Hanging with the Crew is out there. So y'all check that out. And any wise words before we get up out of here?
Any wise words? Not just be safe. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry yourself. Don't stress yourself. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. People, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's all I gotta say.
I respect it. I don't have anything else to add, man. We will be back for episode 80. Also, stay tuned on our social media platforms for other things that will be happening in the mid-carder space. If you're not a member of the Patreon, you can easily join the Patreon right now. Patreon.com/MIC podcast. I have to remember all these links is /MIC podcast. Thank you, everybody that tapped in tonight. I appreciate everybody that taps in on a weekly basis. And we will be back. And yeah, man. AJ, eat a dick, nigga. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Mid-Carters and Catering Podcast, a weekly podcast focused on pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Mid-Carters and Catering Podcast is created and executive produced by Amir Johnson. Music, Miami Boulevard by Offbeat Ninja and Maple by Blair North. Special thanks goes out to Show Your Work Network and Guessing from the Stands podcast. Mid-Carters and Catering is powered by The Union.